In 1867, a 50-year-old boy was walking along the Orange River in South Africa when he noticed something really unusual. He picked it up and took it home. When he got home, his family looked at it. It was so dazzling and beautiful. But in time, they kept it at home and moved on with their lives. It was much later when a trader visited them that they realized the value of what they've been holding all along. What they had kept at home and forgotten about was a 21.25 carat diamond. That single discovery changed history. Words spread like wildfire. Within a few years, tens of thousands of people flooded South Africa in search of diamonds. Entire towns appeared almost overnight. But while all of this was happening, a young British businessman named Cecil Rhodes started buying up mines in South Africa. Another businessman named Barney Barnato was doing just the same thing. When they realized that they would go far if they fought on the same side, they merged their businesses. By the 1900s, the Beers controlled between 80 and 90% of the world's diamond supply. But then they realized something. Yes, diamond is a precious stone, but it's not as scarce as they would have the world believe. So they started stockpiling them and releasing them in small quantities. By artificially manufacturing scarcity, they were able to effectively control the price of diamond around the world. But then, in the 1930s, they had another problem. The Great Depression had happened and people were too poor to afford diamonds. That was when the Beers did something that would change the course of history again. They hired an advertising agency, and instead of selling diamonds, they started selling love. They strategically placed diamonds in Hollywood movies. They got so many newspapers to write about them. They then told us that diamonds are forever. And because diamonds are forever, they are assets. They are not meant to be resold. It was not a lie. It was a carefully engineered campaign designed to protect their business. They didn't stop there. They then spent years convincing men that several months of their salaries should be spent on engagement ring if they really love their woman. Before that time, it wasn't particularly a tradition that everyone would propose to their woman with a diamond engagement ring. These guys basically manufactured that tradition. The thing about monopolies is that no matter how big they get, at some point, they will eventually get disrupted. And that was what China did. China knew they couldn't compete with the Boers in terms of natural diamond, so they started making artificial ones. But they didn't just make artificial ones. They made the artificial diamond so good, so bright, so beautiful, so identical to the natural one that even professional gemologists will need specialized equipment to know which is which. Today, 20% of global diamond sales are artificial diamonds. In the US, almost 50% of all diamond sales are lab-grown. This has put so much pressure on the natural diamond industry that their prices crashed. In fact, things got so bad that at some point, De Beers, the very same company that spent 100 years telling us that diamonds are forever, started selling artificial diamonds. They spent over a century controlling the market, and China came out of nowhere and took it from them.